Welcome to our latest Motorize.d video. Today we're breaking down the Yamaha VMAX 1200, aka the VMX-12, from every angle: its history, engineering, strengths, weaknesses, and clear buying criteria. This muscle bike has been polarizing riders since 1985 with its 1,197cc V4 and legendary V-boost. Signature cues include the side alloy scoops and the faux fuel tank cover over the airbox. We'll bring you real-world insights, including market values and worthwhile upgrades. So by the end, you'll know if this 15-liter underseat tank icon is the right fit for you. History and evolution. In 1985, Yamaha's VMX-12 took the stage and redefined the power cruiser segment. V4, liquid cooling V-boost, and in the US, advertised at around 145 horsepower. Europe often got detuned versions, but the core formula stayed largely unchanged through 2007. In 1993, it gained larger 298mm twin discs up front. From day one, the steel double cradle frame and those signature aluminum scoops set the tone. Then in 2009, the 1700cc VMAX marked a full technical reboot. Still, the original VMAX remains a cult icon, a dragstrip hero and a bike with real character, rolling on a long 590mm wheelbase. Technical highlights. The VMAX 1200 runs a liquid-cooled 1,197cc V4 with 4 CV carburetors and Yamaha's V-boost, which opens extra intake runners between roughly 5,750 and 8,000 RPM. In full power trim, it puts out up to 145 horsepower at 8,500 RPM and 112 Nm at 7,500. You get a 5-speed gearbox, shaft drive, and a steel double cradle frame. From 1993 onward, braking is by twin 298mm discs up front and a 282mm disc at the rear. Key figures: 1,590mm wheelbase, about 765mm seat height, a 15-liter underseat tank, around 280 kg ready to ride, and a 150/90/15 rear tire on a 15-inch wheel. Design and ergonomics: wide, low, uncompromising. The VMAX wears its muscle on the outside with a drag bar and a short, stubby tail. That tank you see is just a cover for the airbox. The real 15-liter tank lives under the seat with the filler hidden beneath the flip-up tail. Its calling card: polished alloy side scoops. You sit low, about 765mm, with mid-mounted pegs and plenty of leverage at the bars. The instruments sit front and center on the tank console. Up front, it rolls on an 18-inch wheel, out back a 15-inch, an intentional power cruiser statement. Handling and everyday usability. In city traffic, the VMAX threads through surprisingly well. Low seat height, a wide handlebar, and a low-maintenance shaft drive help. Open the throttle and around 6,000 RPM, the V-boost kicks in, catapulting you forward. Tight corners reveal its limits. Roughly 280 kilos and a 590mm wheelbase make it slow to turn, and the pegs touch down early. The 15-liter tank shortens the range, and the filler cap under the passenger seat is inconvenient with luggage on board. On the plus side, the 150/90/15 rear tire delivers rock-solid straight-line stability on back roads. Strengths and highlights. Core strength: brutal punch. When the V4 hits V-boost, it dishes out acceleration that puts quarter-mile times in the 11-second range. Dragster thrills straight from the factory. The shaft drive is built to last, and the engine's staying power is legendary. From 1993 on, 298mm twin front discs help rein it in. A long 1,590mm wheelbase and a 150/90/15 rear tire keep it rock steady in a straight line. Visually, the VMAX makes a lasting statement with polished scoops, a tank-mounted console, and a short tail, an unmistakable presence with a character like no other. Weaknesses and common issues. The flip side of all that muscle: the soft suspension with its 40mm fork and a flexi frame can develop a high-speed weave. The stock brakes, 2-piston calipers, 298mm rotors from 1993 onward, will fade when pushed hard. Common faults include a slipping starter clutch, that telltale screech on startup, worn shift dogs, especially second gear popping out under load, and an aging V-boost servo that likes to give up. On the electrics, check charging voltage and the regulator rectifier. Day-to-day annoyances. The 15-liter underseat tank limits range, and with the filler neck tucked under the tail, refueling with luggage is a hassle. Accessories and customization options. The VMX-12 is a tinkerer's playground. Kirker or Supertrap pipes shed weight and let the V4 sing. A DynoJet jet kit and pod filters sharpen throttle response. A V-Boost controller lets you choose when it comes on. The stock 15-inch rear limits tire choice, so a 17-inch swap to run 180-section radials is a favorite. Suspension upgrades, progressive fork springs and quality shocks steady the chassis, while braided stainless lines and larger rotors wake up the brakes. Strong for both form and function, low drag bars, a Corbin seat, and machined intake scoops. Just remember, the tank is still the airbox lid. Market value and buying tips. Clean VMAX 1200s typically go for €3,500 and €8,000. Very original US imports with a properly working V-Boost command a premium. At Keon, the V-Boost servo should do a quick sweep. On the test ride, make sure second gear holds under load and listen for a slipping starter clutch. You'll hear it while cranking. The shaft drive is tough, but any oil weep at the final drive is a red flag. Desirables. From 1993, it got a larger front brake. Upgraded suspension and stainless braided brake lines are a plus. Note the limited tire choice for the 15-inch rear. 17-inch conversions improve everyday usability and grip. Verdict and buying advice. If you're after an iconic power cruiser with an untamed personality, the Yamaha VMAX 1200 is a bullseye. Its V4 with V-Boost delivers brutal mid-range surges, while the 590mm wheelbase gives rock-solid straight-line stability. Downsides, soft suspension, limited range from the 15-liter underseat tank, and dated brakes. Best picks are 1993 on bikes with larger 298mm rotors and documented suspension upgrades. Check the V-Boost system, second gear, and the starter clutch. If you crave short hop punch and drag strip antics, go for it. Touring riders will need to compromise, but the character makes it worth it.